Hi guys, you're here with me, Jen, the Taxidermy Witch, and we're going to do a couple of things, but the main thing that we're going to do is talk about mango in herbal alchemy, okay? And how we can use it in witchcraft workings, hoodoo workings, and the lot. First of all, I want to read out of Scott Cunningham's book. Now, it appears a few times in the book, but when I flip through it gets a bit confusing because there are so many errors in where the actually pages lie. I'm just going to tell you really quick that it says it pops up on 249 and 250. It does not. And it says it pops up on 225. It does not. It says it. And then also, I want to say when it pops up on 329, it says that mango is related to the zodiac sign Taurus. And when it pops up on page 331, which is not noted in the glossary index at all, so that's a page, make sure to look at 331, and it says it falls under Libra. And then it also falls under, on page 330, which wasn't listed in the index, as Cancer. Okay. There's another additional page that wasn't listed in the index, which is page 338. And it says that for a sex food, drink Kerr's mango nectar. Okay. There's a lot of pages that popped up on, but other than the ones I just listed to you, the information is going to come up right here on this page. Now, before you do any reading on a fruit, or any kind of herb, resin, anything that you plant that you tie to herbal alchemy and herbalism and witchcraft, I suggest that you perhaps look at it and taste it and get your intuitive magic going on the subject, because especially I tie in hoodoo to my witchcraft, okay? And when the ancestors of hoodoo came from Africa into the Americas, they had no idea, because it came from a desert land into a land with greens and trees, and you have no idea how to use the things around you, but you have to adapt upon intuition. So that really inspires me. And that's one thing I really like about hoodoo is, like, don't go out and buy a bunch of things, use what you have. Like you can see here, when you cut up the mango, you have all these beautiful dried skins that are very interesting. They dry into these beautiful rainbow sticks, okay? And they're just gorgeous. I've never used them in a working yet. I'm so excited to. The red stays, the green stays, you know, it looks like, it reminds me of a supernova almost, the color of the mango, how it goes from the green to the yellow to the red, you know? So you always want to make sure you have a little red on the fruit. That means it's like ripe, tasting good, and ready to go. I don't know if you can hear in the back, but my chinchillas are saying hello and squeaking. So let me just talk about mango before I read the information. I said the galaxy stuff, it reminds me of like beautiful, amazing color. That's why I'm so drawn to it. The fruit is so tasty. When you cut it and you eat it, it's slippery, it's bright like the sun. It's amazingly juicy. Now, in Britain and the UK, it's more common to have mango juice in your home than orange juice. I think mango juice is to the UK as orange juice in a home is to the US. It's really good medicinally for calming down anxieties and really balancing that solar plexus. And I think the reason why that is because it's yellow. The inner flesh is just so gorgeous and beautiful. Another thing I wanted to show you was how you can make and dehydrate a mango rose, okay? So when you cut your mangoes and you have these little wedges that are about this big, and on the wedge the flesh is still hanging on, okay, like this, before you cut it off. Don't cut it so thick and leave a little bit. You'll be able to, and it will be thicker in real time for you because you've left more flesh. you'll be able to make this by using a knife and just filleting it off. This beautiful mango rose. And I used to do this when I made fruit plates for my daughter in the morning, and it's just a way to make kids enjoy fruit a little bit more and make it beautiful. You can make them bigger, you can wrap more pieces around them, but I'm going to put it in the dehydrator so that I can have a little mango rose. Now, so that to me, just my intuition, I've always used these and thought of love. The mango was like the top of the fruit plate with all these roses coming out when I've made them in the past. So that's how I, feel about it. Now let's read what Scotty has to say. Mango. Mangifera indica. Planet is Mars. Element is fire. And that's so cool because we are right around the time of Imbolc, if that's how you pronounce it, or Imbolc. I guess the pronunciation depends on where you come from my research. Energies, protection, sex, and love. Now you guys, that's exactly what we were talking about. Pair up your intuition and see if it matched. My intuition was those little mango roses. I've always kind of used it as the beautifulness of the fruit plate, okay? Or the beauty of the fruit plate in the center. And now I read that my intuition was right because it's protection, sex, and love. When you send a little packed lunch or you make a breakfast for somebody, you're trying to protect them with the vitamins, the energy, the vibrance of the fruit. And then, if it's someone like your partner, you're also trying to inspire, like packing them a lunch. I love you. Come home and let's have time together. Let's enjoy our lives. Let's be one, right? Mango seems to me like it's a very big love fruit. Alright, so the lore, and you guys know that I love folklore. The mango is native to India and Malaysia and has been cultivated in those countries for 4,000 years. Around 600 BCE in India, a mango grove was presented to Buddha as a quiet place for meditation. That's lovely. It kind of looks like a little sitting Buddha in the shape, right? Legs up to the head. Perhaps. Vedic magicians used mangoes in preparing love filled trays. Today, Hindus use mango leaves as symbols of prosperity and happiness in various religious festivals. I really wish that these came with the leaves on. But if Alex and I ever do something that we want to do and, take what we earn and travel the world and see different places and different fruits, then we certainly will be able to have mangoes with leaves on them from the farmers markets and such, right? That will be a beautiful thing to manifest. The mango is extremely popular in Central America and Mexico. In Guatemala, women eat the juicy, fleshy fruits to promote sexual excitement. We read that. Oh no, that was a no. In Hawaii, dreams filled with the fruit indicate prosperous times ahead. Now I want to say this. Scott Cunningham loved Hawaii. He made a book just on magic in Hawaii, and I really want to get my hands on that one. It's a small book. A lot of his books are good size, but this one's a little bit smaller, and it was one of the last ones that he did as far as I know. So, he says, in Hawaii, dreams filled with the fruit indicate prosperous times ahead. So if you were ever to dream of this, you could dream prosperity. When I was in high school, I used to have dream interpretation books, and I don't have them anymore. I wish I still did. They would be so handy. Especially just talking about adding in the symbolism of dreams into these videos. So if anybody has one that they want to donate to the channel, just let me know. Eating this gooey fruit, and it is gooey. When you eat it, your hands are immediately sticky. And that's why I think having a mono meal of it is such a good way to cleanse your body. If you did just mangoes for 3 days, you really help your system. Mono meals are really a good way to cleanse. But when you get your hands on this and you eat just a big bowl of it, 4 mangoes for lunch, it's so gooey. You have to sit down and know you're going to get sticky. It's almost like the ribs of fruit. Okay, you guys, mangoes are the ribs of fruit. Alex, is there a different one that's more the ribs of fruit than mango? I don't think I showed you yet, y'all. I cut this up, and inside was the seed, okay? And a lot of people take the seed and they just suck the fruit off of the outside. You know. So, when you... Hey Alex, are you going to be doing a video on mango? Or have you already done one? So we may have a collab video coming, but you can plant these babies after you clean them off and do certain things to them, which I don't know because I'm not as naturally talented as my husband. But you can grow these lovely plants, and these came from just mango seeds that we ate. And the leaves are just amazingly abundant and gorgeous, and we love them. As you can see back here, it's just plants, plants, plants. So many plants everywhere. Alright. Okay, so where are we at? Eating this gooey fruit involves all the senses. The texture of the peel and the meat. That's why I was calling it flesh so much, you guys. It is chewy. It feels like you're just fulfilling your satisfaction. Chewing, even though it's fruit, it almost feels like meat. The golden reddish color of the flesh, the scent of the juice, the sound of the fruit squishing between your teeth, and the delicious taste. Oh my goodness. This author is doing well. I've often ended up completely drenched in mango juice after a particularly satisfying encounter with the sacred fruit of India. That's what I'm talking about. Sit down with a big bowl of mangoes, a cutting board out in the sunshine, and eat until you're full. Look down, see out how many you've eaten, and you just like you're filled with joy and love. It's wonderful, especially in the sunshine. Magical uses. So all that was lore. Magical uses. Mangoes are useful in protection diets. It is, however, a member of the poison ivy and poison sumac family. Some people develop rashes when touching the sap in the fruit's skin. Oh. If you get itchy, then beware of that, I suppose. Never eat the skin. Okay, so when you do fillet it, like I said, make sure you look at all of the skin bits or these and make sure there's no skin attached, okay? So never eat the skin. Simply peel and enjoy. And here's the thing, when they're ripe, you can peel them like a banana. Ain't that right, boo? Yeah. Yep. Most fruits, when they're ripe, just think, can you dig your finger in there and peel it on its own? Look, I'll show you what I mean. And then you just naturally, when it's ready, you can just peel it, you know. So, mangoes are useful in protection diets. Do rashes, never eat the skin, peel and enjoy. Eat fresh mangoes. Have you never watched one of my videos? Eat fresh mangoes to stimulate the desire for sex or to promote love. Recall the importance of visualization in food magic. Simply eating mangoes with no visualization will not create sexual desire within the diner. So listen, as you're eating it, you need to be thinking about sex and what you want out of sex and your desires with sex. That is what Scotty is saying right here. And it is an amazingly sexy fruit, I'll have to say. It sure is. Recall the importance of visualization in food magic. Simply eating mangoes with no visualization won't create sex desire within the diner. The visualization is what creates the magical change, as it does in everything, you guys, so much. Yes, it is safe to serve mangoes to young children. Well, that's good to know, since my daughter's been eating them since she was nothing. Alright, you guys, thanks for joining me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, while we talked about mangoes and witchcraft and herbal alchemy, how to just take a seed, grow them, and I'm really hoping that Alex will collab with me on that. He's really busy these days, but that's okay. And just get into mangoes, because they're absolutely brilliant little fruit. I will see you guys soon. Jen, Taxidermy Witch. Bye-bye.